Sega.
Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series. We are here live at Kansas Speedway getting ready for the Hollywood Casino 400, and this will be our first race of the round of 12. Now, we're going to have a special rule in place here, starting from this race onward until the final race of the season at Johnathan. We're finally implementing our Lucky Dog rule, which is called Sonic's Lucky Chili Dog. So if any driver is caught a lap down, the first driver that is a lap down, if the caution comes out, will get their lap back. It's been a grueling testing process, but I finally got it down. But that's enough talking about the rules. Let's talk about what we have in store for today. We're going to have 41 laps of action here, and our highest starting chase driver, I believe, is actually Seth Cole. He's going to start this race all the way back in the 12th position. He's going to be on the outside, and at a track like Kansas Speedway, we're going to see a lot of positions and a lot of cars shuffling here. But our front row consists of Johnathan Zoerlein, who's trying to get his second win of the season. He won all the way back in Martinsville earlier in the season. And Christina Belle is also trying to get her second win as well. Well, actually, the top four are all trying to get their second wins. Steven Gonzalez won at Dover, and Brayson Mitchell won all the way back at Ricky Raceway. Christina Belle won at Pocono. So these playoff drivers are going to have a lot of regular drivers to try to contend with for this thing. But in the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series, you know anything can happen here. And I hope you guys are ready, because I sure am ready, as we are just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Nice smooth, be there at the end. It's a long race, we just got staying contention, no mistakes. That's the big key, no mistakes today. We get up there, we get in the top 10, we ride. That's what we gotta do today.
And as the drivers are rolling off pit road, here is your starting lineup for the Hollywood Casino 400. Johnathan Zoerlein currently sitting 22nd in the standings. He's looking to try to end his season on a high note as far as he can. The highest he can get up to is 17th. Brayson Mitchell in 4th. He's currently 17th. As the pace car makes its way onto pit road, I hope all of you guys are ready because the green flag is now out here at Kansas. We got drivers shuffling, and we already got a 3-wide battle for the lead. Ryan Acosta, he's bringing Dustin Stoller along with him. Coming out of turn 4, quick battle for the lead, but it looks like that Johnathan Zoerlein will lead the very first lap here today. But he won't have that lead for long because now here comes Ryan Acosta on the inside, and he has made his way up to the front as they're going 3 wide for second place. And now we got Richard Childress Racing teammates trying to duke it out for second place. There's Cole Deaver in finally sporting some new colors after he got eliminated from the playoffs last week. He won't win the championship, but he's going to try to look to win this race here today as Ryan Acosta will lead that lap. And now here comes Christina Belle on the inside. She's going to try to get the lead away from the 3 as she will indeed have it. And here comes Danny Wells. Oh, man, he almost came in contact with Ryan Acosta. He's got Dustin Stoller along with him. And, oh, man, now we got a couple of playoff drivers trying to get up here. And, oh, man, they're going 4 wide here. Oh, careful. Last week's runner-up, Alex Ferranti. Oh, man, I don't know how they made that work. Anyway, as I was trying to say, Brandon Krasser, he's the current highest running playoff driver right now. Still trying to get his second win of the season. He won all the way back at Sonoma at the midpoint of the season as he now finds himself in the 4th position. Christina Belle continues to lead, and she's going to have 2 RCR drivers coming up right behind her. Out of Sega Motorsports, she's looking to try to get another win under her belt. And we may have some news about Sega Motorsports coming up next season. And oh man, and here comes Brandon Krasta. And Brandon Krasta takes second place away from Cole Deaver. Brandon Krasta, he's a man on a mission right now. And here comes Simon Oscon now. Simon Oscon has made his way into the top 5. And the caution's out. I thought I heard tires screeching. Yes, the caution is indeed out. Christina Belle will bring them to the caution, and we need to see who was involved here. And oh no, it's our 3-time winner, Zachary Fitzwater. Oh man, and come to think of it, the last time we were here, Zachary Fitzwater did win on a last lap pass, but it looks like he won't be able to repeat that here today. And I don't see anyone else who has damage, but oh man, what happened to Steven Gonzalez? He was in the front not too long ago. He may have been also involved in this. There's a few tire tracks on in the wall here. No one is a lap down, so no one gets the free pass here. But Zachary Fitzwater, he's got a lot of front end damage. We're gonna have to take a look and see what happened to the 4. Well, here's having to brought out our first caution. It turns out I was wrong. Gonzalez was not involved. The initial contact actually came between Matt McIntyre and Joshua Mudd. Oh man, for the second week in a row, Joshua Mudd has found himself involved in something as he just hooks the left rear quarter panel of Matt McIntyre as he goes deep into the apron. Let's go to the spectator's camera to see just how far to the inside he went to. Luckily, he wasn't close to the inside wall, but he's going so fast on the apron. And you know you have absolutely no grip down there. Excuse me. He's trying to do his best to slow down, but still, when you go that fast under the track surface, you have no grip. And also, he was on the grass. And as he is coming back onto the track, unfortunately, he gets right into the 41 of Brayson Mitchell. And Zachary Fitzwater ran right into the driver's side of the 27. Matt McIntyre literally just took out 2 Stewart-Haas Racing drivers and One of them was the playoff contenders, Zachary Fitzwater and Brayson Mitchell. Oh man, he started off in the front, but like I said, at a track like Kansas, they're going to be a lot of cars shuffling to the back, and that's exactly what happened to him, Steven Gonzalez, and many more. But Brayson Mitchell, he got the blunt of that incident, and Matt McIntyre, his number 27, also sits in the middle of turns 3 and 4. But Zachary Fitzwater, this is not what he needed to happen. The winner the last time we were here has gone and gotten himself in a big accident, and I don't think he'll be able to continue this thing. This is not what he needed to start off his round of 12. Before we head back to live action, a little bit of calamity on pit road. Kyle Matthews trying to get into his pit box. He ends up coming in contact with Charles Sanford while he was leaving his pit box. As you can see, Sanford is trying to leave his pit, and then Kyle, oh man, he just came in big contact with Charles Sanford and nearly flips the 34 over. Now, luckily for Charles Sanford, he didn't get that pit road glitch where he had to teleport back to his pit, and it was actually coming in contact with another driver that actually stopped him from teleporting. And I do believe it was the number 70 of James Qualls, another playoff driver. Soon he's gonna come into view in just a second. I'm trying to focus on Sanford now. Oh no, my mistake. He came in contact with Aaron Macklin, and Aaron Macklin actually fixes the 34, but I don't know if he's gonna have to come back pit road to get that damage fixed. And here we are back at Kansas. We're gonna restart on lap number 10, and we have three drivers who are now out of the race. They are Brayson Mitchell, Matt McIntyre, and Zachary Fitzwater. Our top 10, once we get back underway, goes as follows. Christina Belle is the race leader. Second is Brandon Crasta, our highest running playoff driver so far. Third is Samet Oskan, still looking to try to put the 91 in victory lane. The 91 has not been to victory lane since the race at Armory Digital last season when James McLeod won the finale. Fourth is Mitchell Collins. Fifth, Cole Deaver. Sixth, Dougie Shears. Seventh, Cody Lamas. Eighth, James McLeod. Ninth, Ron Acosta. Running out the top 10 is Dustin Stoller. The rest of the top 15 are Stephen Colin, Chris Johnathan, William Brock, who started this race in dead last, Dylan Young, and pole sitter Johnathan Zoerlein. As the pace car makes its way back on the pit road, Christina Belle is going to lead the field back down to the line as the green flag is back out. Switching to the spectators camera, we can see the entire track of all these drivers, and there's already drivers trying to make moves. We see Samet Oskan in the 91 looking to try to take away second place from Brandon Crasta, which he does, and he's bringing our Talladega winner right behind him, Dougie Shears. Two Toyotas trying to duke it out to try to get the highest points possible, as Dougie Shears he's still working on trying to get second place from the 91, and he's bringing Cole Deaver along with him. And Cole Deaver, he wants more. He's trying to get second place now from Shears. Cole Deaver is a man on the mission right now after getting eliminated last week. And oh man, I don't know what happened with Christina Belle, but she just lost a lot of speed. And they're making it 4 wide for second place. Oh, you can go 4 wide here, as Cole Deaver is now our new race leader. But now here comes Cody Lamas. Cody Lamas in the 11. He has not been to victory lane. I'm trying to think if he even got a victory lane this season. I believe he won at Richmond. And oh man, it looks like we had a car spin out earlier, but I don't think the caution is out. No, it's not. We're going to have to take a look and see who spun out, as Johnathan Zoerlein and Dougie Shears battled out for second place. And oh no, it was Aaron Macklin. He's got a little bit of rear damage to his number 98 teammate of Samet Oskan, and he is running all the way back here. And I don't think he's coming down pit road. No, he's not. As we head back to the front, it's still all about Cole Deaver and no man. And now we see a couple more playoff drivers trying to get into this battle now. Now we see Allison Rain being pushed to second place by Alex Drayton. As we now see that Dylan Poteet now, he's sitting in the 4th position now, right over his good friend Alex Drayton. Now Alex Drayton, he was in prime position to possibly win last week at Las Vegas, but he got involved in that accident with Joshua Mudd and Steven Gonzalez. He's looking to try to turn his recently bad luck around, but still no one has anything for that number 3 right now. Cole Deaver continues to lead, and here comes a driver who was also eliminated last week for the playoffs. That's Nathan Ormond. Nathan Ormond, he was involved in a wreck last week, and he's bringing his teammate along with him. Another playoff driver, Seth Cole, he finds himself in the 4th position. Seth Cole, he's trying to get another victory this season. The last time he was in victory lane was back at Atlanta. As he gets under his teammate now for 2nd place. I don't know if anyone has anything for Cole Deaver right now, because ever since he took that lead, he has not looked back. Again, one of the few drivers actually looking for redemption after getting eliminated from the playoffs last week. And I thought I saw another driver trying to get into the top 10 for the first time here today, and that's Cole Daly in the 18, running the pedigree colors here today, but he's stuck on that outside. You don't want to be there for too long, because if you do, you'll drop straight to the back, and that seemingly what's about to happen right now. And oh man, and look at the run that last week's runner-up is getting, Alex Ferranti. Oh man, I'm trying to see where he is now, where he just crossed the line. He just crossed the line in the 12th position, trying to get himself into the top 10 here today. And right now he's working with Michael Norman, and oh man, Chris Dawson just lost a lot of speed there. Now we see Joshua Osborne trying to catch up to Seth Cole, and Michael Norman, he's trying to come up right behind him. Heading back to the front, still no one has anything for Cole Deaver right now, but oh man, Cole Deaver, he better not look in his rearview mirror, because here comes Dougie Shears, and here comes 3 other playoff drivers, Dylan Poteet, Dylan Young, and James McLeod, and Seth Cole. Oh man, 2 teammates working together. It was briefly the Dylan and Dylan show, but oh man, these playoff drivers, they're looking to try to get up there, and Cole Deaver, he better do what he can to protect that lead. We're about to pass the halfway point now of this thing. I don't know if these guys are gonna work together. Now here comes James McLeod now, and I believe James McLeod, I think he started this race in the 38th position, I believe. I know he started deep in the field, but oh man, these 2 are gonna have to work together. 2 really good friends in the NSCRA. Speaking of NSCRA, the head of the NSCRA, Seth Cole, he just took away 2nd place, but now here comes Michael Norman. Michael Norman, he wants to try to get an oval victory under his belt. He hasn't won since Watkins Glen, and oh man, he just went to the outside. I don't know if that was a good idea, as they're making it 3 wide for 2nd place now. Seth Cole and Dylan Young fighting it out now for 2nd once again. We're having more battles for 2nd place over than the actual lead. So far, no one has anything for that number 3, but here comes our pole sitter, Johnathan Zoerlein. Maybe he has something, and here comes Deaver's teammate, Dustin Stuller. Let's ride on board with the number 8. Dustin Stuller going to that extreme high side, but Johnathan Zoerlein, he's trying to get a run on the outside, which he does seem to hang on to it, but the more that they go side by side, the more that's going to allow Cole Deaver to get away. Zoerlein still fighting on that outside, and he actually keeps clear of the number 8. These 2 can find a way to drive together. And oh man, green flag pit stops are going on right now. Green flag pit stops are happening, and Cole Deaver, he just surrendered the lead, and I believe that's going to give the lead over to Dylan Poteet. Dylan Poteet just led that lap. Yes, he did. Dylan Poteet and a few other drivers have decided to run a few extra laps. Dylan Poteet, our winner back at New Hampshire, he's looking to try to stretch it just a little bit. And he and the rest of the field are indeed coming down. And someone else just stayed out. I couldn't tell who it was. And it looks like it was Allison Rain. Allison Rain trying to extend her lead by an extra lap. She's the only one who stayed out. So that means that Allison Rain, she's probably going to come down this time by. She's going to have to try to do what she can to hang on to that lead. And she is indeed coming down, still proudly running those Allied Pride colors on her number 7. And I don't know if it's going to be 4 tires for the number 7. And it looks like it's going to be 4 tires and fuel. But now the question is she going to come back out as the leader? As I'm trying to go back to the field as the drivers, they're trying to do what they can to get their laps back. Let's go back to Poteet and see where he is. And Poteet, he's just now leaving the pits now. And here comes Cole Deaver. Cole Deaver was the leader coming down, but now it looks like it's going to be Poteet, unless they can try to get around Allison Rain. She's still the race leader. We're going to have to go to the spectators camera and see where the leaders are. And I do believe that the battle for the lead is actually right here. Dylan Poteet, and Cole Deaver literally just got around Allison Rain. And I don't know if Aaron Macklin is a lap down or if he's the leader. I don't think so, but Cole Deaver, he is all over the back bumper of Dylan Poteet. Now it looks like he's trying to get to the inside. And this is indeed the battle for the lead. But now they're stuck behind Aaron Macklin to try to put him a lap down. Well, as soon as I say that, Cole Deaver, he just put Aaron Macklin a lap down. And I don't know if anyone else has caught a lap down. I have to look and see. And actually, yes, it looks like that Nathan Hudson has gone a lap down as well. But this race has been clean so far, other than that first caution. And Cole Deaver, he is back to the front. Now the question is, they pitted around lap 23 and lap 24. I don't know if they'll be able to make it. And they're catching up on another slow car. That's Kyle Matthews with his bumper and his hood removed after coming in contact with Aaron Macklin back when the pits happened under the first caution. And oh man, and here comes Dylan Poteet now. And oh man, they just caught up to Kyle Matthews, similar to what happened the last time we were here. It all came down to a lap car, and here comes Aaron Macklin. Aaron Macklin, he's going to try to do what he can to get his lap back, but Cole Deaver, he is stuck behind the slow 77. That is not what he needs right now. He finally gets around the 77, and we're having and I believe we're having a battle for third right here. Dustin Stuller and Joshua Osborne, they're going at it. And now it looks like Osborne is stuck behind the 77. Yes, Kyle Matthews, he is indeed slow right now, as Johnathan Zoerlein gets around him and Osborne. And here comes Dylan Young. He's trying to race his way into the top 5 here. He wants to get up there. Over the last few weeks, Dylan Young, he's been running pretty good as of late, after racing his way into the playoffs by winning at his home track, Daytona. Now we see teammates running together. I don't know if they're gonna try to work to get around that 98 car, but that's what it looks like. Cole Deaver, he wants that lead back, and they're coming up on another car. He must have really had a bad pit stop. That's Alex Drayton in the 14. You know, man, he's got right side damage. He must have gotten that during his pit stop, as Dylan Poteet will put him a lap down. And here comes Dustin Stuller. Oh man, with a head full of steam. Dustin Stuller right now, he ran good. He ran consistent at the beginning of the season, but lately, during near the middle of the season, he ran into a string of bad luck, and unfortunately, he missed the playoffs. But it looks like he's gonna try to do what he can to try to get up here today. And oh man, look who's in third place now, Dylan Young. Oh man, where did Dylan Young come from? Last time I saw him, he was in the 6th position. Now he finds himself in 3rd. But oh man, now here comes Dustin Stuller. Dustin Stuller, he's now working on the inside of Dylan Poteet, as he will take the lead away. But don't count out Poteet yet, as well as Dylan Young. Dylan Young, he wants to get up there and try to lead for a bit. If he wins this race, he will automatically advance to the round of 8. The same goes for Dylan Pote, as Pote just lost a lot of speed. Oh man, he just lost 4 spots right there. He fell all the way back to 5th. Now we see Dustin Stella going to the outside, as here comes Johnathan Zoerlein now, but Dylan Young, he has taken over the race lead, and time is running out. Does anyone have anything for the discount tire number 2? I don't know. Joshua Osborne might, but here comes close to the Johnathan Zoerlein now. Now these two are going to try to work together, but here comes Pote. He's going to try to fight back on that inside to try to get his lead back. And Johnathan Zoerlein, he's now going to the inside of the Advent Health number 1. Dylan Young better do some defense driving. He's going to have he's sort of going to have technically a teammate trying to help him. Here comes Michael Norman now, and oh man, they're making it 3 wide for the lead. They're making it 3 wide as Michael Norman goes to the inside, as he will take it away from Johnathan Zoerlein. And oh man, and here comes the RCR teammates now. They're trying to look to get back up here as Zoerlein sits 2nd. But now we have a new leader, Michael Norman, as we now have 5 laps to go. A lot can happen in 5 laps. I'm trying to see if there's anyone slow ahead of them. And oh man, Christina Belle, she's up here. Our pole sitter for today. I don't know what happened to the number 40, but she better get out of the way pretty soon, because these leaders are coming. And oh man, Michael Norman, he's got 2 RCR drivers right behind him. Cole Deaver, who was eliminated from the playoffs last week, he's led most of this thing. But now here comes Johnathan Zoerlein trying to bounce back, trying to get his 2nd win of the season. But Michael Norman, he's going to try to deny him. Michael Norman, the Season 3 champion, he currently sits 32nd in standings, and he could have had a better season this year. But after weeks upon weeks of just bad accidents, he just really couldn't find a footing here. He had no chance of making the playoffs, but he has a strong chance to try to win here today. But here comes Cole Deaver trying to get 2nd place back from Johnathan Zoerlein. Deaver wants to get back up there, but he has to try to hurry up and catch Michael Norman. Oh man, look at this. The Wood Brothers 21 and the RCR number 3 trying to duke at it for the win here, as we now have 2 laps to go. I don't think they're going to catch Christina Belle. And wow, for Pote! Did Pote just leave pit road? I don't know what happened to the 31. But oh man, we're having a battle for the lead right now. Cole Deaver, he's back on the inside of Michael Norman, as he will take the lead away. The white flag is now waving here. This is Deaver's last chance, but here comes Joshua Osborne and Johnathan Zoerlein. And oh man, they're running insanely hard here, but Cole Deaver, he has had a strong car all race long. But here comes Dylan Young here. He's trying to push Johnathan Zoerlein to get up there, but it may be too little too late. Dylan Young's making a move to the inside, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time. Cole Deaver throws down the block, and Cole Deaver, he will win the Hollywood Casino 400. Our Chevy winning moment. Cole Deaver out of Richard Childress Racing. He will capture his very first win in the NASCAR SEGA Cup. I just hated that it happened a week after he got eliminated. And I've been running the NASCAR SEGA Cup series ever since 2011, and this is the first time that the number 3 has ever gone to victory lane. Export. S4 Hollywood. Oh, Holly Wolf. Okay, Hollywood Casino 400. Race number 30. And this race is official. Cole Deaver definitely wanted to turn his bad luck around, and he does it here today by capturing his very first win in the famous number 3 here at Kansas. Johnathan Zoerlein, our pole sitter, will have to settle for 2nd place. Dylan Young, Dylan Young. He is our highest finishing playoff driver. So say hello to your new points leader, Dylan Young. Michael Norman with a strong showing in 4th place. Joshua Osborne rounds out the top 5. Dustin Steller ends up in 6th place. Good run for both of the RCR drivers here today. Steven Gonzalez ends up 7th after finding himself in the back of the field. Joshua Mudd actually finds himself in the top 10. Good run for the 5-car after what he did last week. Dougie Shears ends up 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Nathan Ormond. Wow. Okay, let's see. We have Jessica Shelton ending up 11th, McLeod 12th, Allison Rain with her pit strategy. It looks like it didn't work out too well. William Brock, who started this race in dead last, ends up with a top 15, and we have Chris Dollarton riding out 15th here. Okay, let's see. Jake Rogers, Brett Kittenberg, Sky Commons, last week's winner. Oh man, look at this. 18th and 19th. Last week's winner, last week's runner-up actually finished close to each other again. 1st and 2nd last week, 18th and 19th this week. Brandon Craster with a strong charge early in the race ends up with a top 20. Then we have RJ Bishop, Simon Oscon, Cole Daly, Cody Lamas, and Ryan Acosta round out the top 25. Then we have Mitchell Collins, Danny Wells, Levi McIntyre, Seth Cole, and Charles Sanford round out the top 30. Then we have Stephen Colin, Tim Fiegel, James Qualls, and Christina Belle was actually the last car on the lead lap. And then from 35th on down to 39th, we have Aaron Macklin, Nathan Hudson, Alex Drayton, Kyle Matthews, and Dylan Pote. Dylan Pote had a strong run. I don't know what happened to the 31, but we actually saw him lose some speed while he was battling out for the lead. When I saw him just lose 4 spots in turn 3, I actually want to see if anything happened to him. Let's see. I don't see anything. No, I don't see anything that may have happened to the 31. Maybe he just didn't put in enough fuel to make it to the to make it through the distance. He may have just taken probably half a tank or 3/4 of a tank. He wanted to try to get out fast and get some track position, but unfortunately it backfired. And then from 40th on down to 42nd, we have Zachary Fitzwater, Matt McIntyre, and Brayson Mitchell out from our only caution of the day. Well, race fans, Kansas is done here. The next time the Second Cup Series goes up to YouTube, we will be back in Charlotte, North Carolina at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Bank of America 500. So don't forget to tune into that as the end of the season is drawing closer and closer. 1 race is done in the round of 12, and we got 2 more to go. Congratulations one last time to Cole Deaver for winning the Hollywood Casino 400, and we'll see you at Charlotte.
This copyrighted upload may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized consent of TrentTheHedgie. The NASCAR SEGA Cup Series would like to thank all of the fans for their support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.